10 o'clock. It obviously looks an emerald greenish color through the water. Oh, hear that flow too? Again, so close to these large animals, folks. We can actually hear them exhale at the surface. And see how part of the fluke there also comes out of the water, so their tail, that's what we call their tail, is the flukes. But their fluke comes just the tip, see, as it rolls on its side to get that large pectoral flipper out. And what a sound. Just that enormous amount of strength. Here we go again. Yeah, really neat. And oh, 2 flippers at once, folks, by more than one whale. Look at that. So the whale's on its back, basically raising both flippers up together and then down. Both of them now. Look at that. And yeah, you can see basically all together. Amazing. I haven't seen that yet this year. 2 both up at the same time on their backs. And folks, I left maybe the best reason off it all, that why the whales might be doing this, researchers and scientists as they do their studies. You know what? It could just be fun on a warm, hot summer day. Listen to that. And then so you can get a good look at those tubercles I was mentioning earlier. See those bumps on the edge of the flipper? Notice it's not perfectly smooth. And that's actually a very nice adaptation. I think I'm seeing some barnacles on there too. So they could be doing this flipper slapping to try to get some barnacles off while they're doing this. But that's a very nice adaptation. These tubercles, it actually helps with hydrodynamics as they make their way and swim through the water. If they had a very perfectly smooth edge, really the water would just spill off at the end. But the tubercles actually help the hydrodynamics and the water movement around the flipper as they're moving through the water when they swim. And in fact, scientists, have noticed that adaptation. Again, sometimes we look to nature, right, for some of the best answers. Oh, nice exhale there at the surface. To some of our own solutions, and I know some engineers have used this tubercle design in windmills, actually. Great looks, folks. This is amazing. It's great that they're just going on for so long right here at the surface, doing this flipper slapping. So much fun. If they were feeding or doing another activity, typically, they go for dives anywhere between 1 and 10 minutes. So they go on a dive, and then we might have to wait a few minutes to see them again. This is quite a show that they're doing this for so long. Wow, so close to the boat. Folks, see the emerald, that emerald green color just below the surface? That is its pectoral flippers. And they're so huge, it kind of looks like when they're coming at you swimming in the water just below the surface, it looks like an airplane. They're so huge. Oh, looking at its dorsal fin now, right here at this, about 9 o'clock, folks. We're looking at about 9 o'clock. Both of them both showed their dorsal fins, and see that emerald green light water beneath the surface as they come close, and just before they bring those pectoral flippers up out of the water. See that right there again at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We're looking at these 2 adult humpback whales. Again, so great, folks. They're staying right at the surface here with us. Good looks at those tubercles, too. We're so close. Look at that on his back. Oh, and you can see the barnacles. See, we're seeing his chin. The underside of that whale's mouth when he's on his back, bringing up both pectoral flippers, almost touching them, perpendicular up above the surface of the water. We could see his chin, or its chin peeking up out of the water, and I saw a ton of, see the barnacles there at the edge, just to the right of its pectoral flippers. So we can actually see some of its ventral pleats too, which are folds of skin. We're getting glimpses when he does those double pectoral slaps. Dorsal fin, we're looking at about 10 o'clock, folks, 10, 11 o'clock. These two adult humpback whales, great looks at these pectoral slaps. It's just amazing. I haven't seen the whales, I've never seen whales do the pectoral slaps for this long. This is an excellent treat.
T'as pris des photos, Max?
So again, they're so close and they're so near the surface. We see the emerald green water before it brings the pectoral flipper up so high and splash it back down. Oh, see again when he brings both up. Anyway, I was talking about those folds of skin. We can see just to the right of the pectoral flipper in the air right now. Every once in a while, the chin or underside of the whale's head peeks up above the water. I can see a lot of barnacles that certainly like to attach themselves to the whale. And we can see those folds of skin. So see the barnacles, and there's some folds of skin in there. They're ventral pleats. The whales have anywhere from 30 to 60 of those. And is also a very important adaptation for when they feed. Those folds of skin will actually expand almost like an accordion. It's almost hard to believe. But like a pelican's pouch will expand as they take in an enormous amount of water, thousands of gallons of water, when they do their lunge feeding. Oh, hear that exhale? Oh, the other whale now is, again, bringing both flippers out of the water, pectoral flippers on its back, bringing both pectoral flippers up. Just great looks, folks. These whales, we're seeing their dorsal fin every once in a while. So we're not seeing their flukes, for example, where we're seeing an edge or one fluke and it rolls on its side. But clearly, these whales aren't doing dives. They're not participating in what looks like in any feeding behavior. And really, when we see their flukes, it's because they're doing a dive deeper below the surface. But look, we can see those beautiful, long, white pectoral flippers just beneath the surface. There they are, that emerald green color before it brings it up. So we can see its dorsal, and you might see a little bit when we do get a chance to see its dorsal. Just stick dorsal fin, which is the fin on its back. You can see it's got a little hump in front of it. See, there's a little slight hump. Oh, might be doing a dive. Yeah, looked like he went a little further deeper, right? Oh, and see that circle? Okay, at about 10 o'clock, this circle with smooth water in the center. It's dissipating now, but that's what we call a whale footprint. Beautiful breach there. Nice. Very nice. Right up out of the water.
¿Sabes las pillas?
No, pillarla
Wow, again, folks, breaching out of the water. Again, reasons for that, similar to before. We don't really know for sure. There's lots of educated guesses. Again, could feel good against the skin to maybe jar loose some barnacles or whale lice. We can certainly see that these whales have barnacles on their skin. We've got some good looks at that as we've seen the underside of their head and chin, as well as on those pectoral flippers. Could be a form of communication